waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Fueled by thunder, see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number. Fueled by thunder, see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
And we're back with episode 1 of Back to the Future. Anyways, let's get into the game because so much to do and so little time to do so. Okay, so we here. Well, hold on, what is that? There's something in the upper left corner. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Anyways, of course, there's 5 episodes to... Oh, wait. Oh, look at... Oh, it's gone now. What the... Oh, maybe there's a cursor left over. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so there's 5 episodes to the game. Originally, this game came out back on PS3, and you had to wait for each episode to come out, whereas, thankfully, on the PS4 version, it's all here, so no waiting. There is also a little documentary video here. It's about, I'd say maybe around 10 minutes long. If we get time, well, no, we will. We will check out this video here at the end of the entire game. So after we've completed all the episodes, then we'll check out the documentary video. But anyways, as for right now, episode 1, it's about time. Oh, okay, so this is how it works. And there's that thing at the top corner again. Yeah, I think that's a cursor. Huh. Hint level. Let's turn that off. Subtitles. Ooh, do we want subtitles or not? That's a good question. A lot of times I do turn them on. Whenever I'm doing these videos and stuff. I don't know about this one though. You know what? Screw it. We'll turn them on. For now. Pop-up text. Wait, what's pop-up text? I guess we'll leave that on for now because I have literally no idea what that is. Goals pop up. If that's what I think it is, no. Let's pretty much go in this blind. Sound volume levels. Oh, good. They have that down real low. Voice. Let's knock that down one notch. I don't know how loud it's all going to be, so we'll probably be adjusting this later on. And that's it. Good. Okay, that takes us back to episode list and new game. Okay, so quick disclaimer. I originally did play the Back to the Future game here back on PS3 as it came out, but I only made it to episode 4? I can't remember. I can't remember how far I got, but I was never able to finish the game, and it's been so long that I literally don't remember a thing. So this is going to be almost a blind playthrough in terms of the fact that I literally don't remember anything. So, yeah, it's been that long. So, yeah, let's finally get into it. Before we begin, would you like to see notifications when Marty has a new goal? No. Also, one other thing, sorry. Just to point out, Back to the Future is my favorite trilogy. So, yeah, I'm going to try to see all the little Easter eggs we can try to find. And now, of course, I won't see everything, but I'll try to find as much as I can. And we'll slowly go over everything throughout the game so we can try to make sure we do see every little detail if we can.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this. I tell you, 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. You disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Deja Marty. Perfectly repeated dialogue while repeating Doc's temporal experiment. Well, why'd the screen go black? Hold on. If I bring that up again... Yeah, okay, there. Oh, some kind of a glitch. Yeah, if we go in, like, say, this menu here, or the other thing, it'll glitch out the screen. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't have control of the camera. We can move him around. Good. Alright, real quick. I do want to turn down their voices a little bit. It's getting a little loud. How do I... Oh, there we go.
No time to talk now, Marty. Go to the toolbox and get that notebook.
Okay, so this is different, that the timeline's different here. Oh, the screen glitched on the side. Oh, no. This might be due to playing it on PS5. Press the X button. Okay, so if I do that, yes. Of course, we know what's in there, but let's see if we can actually interact with it.
What's in the box?
Don't touch that! It's plutonium!
Plutonium?
How do you think I generated 1.21 gigawatts of power?
Okay, so I'm assuming triangle is for help, and what's R3? Oh. Okay, so R3 is that. Gotcha. Now, can we look over here? No.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. Is mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared, and the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional.
Doc, something's way off here. Doc?
Is this a bad dream? Oh no.
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! Doc, no!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc! Doc!
Oh, good, it was a dream.
Marty, is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late! Dad! Are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to...
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty.
Hi, Biff.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just... remembering.
Well, this is sad.
I'd better stick around. Doc might have left something important behind, and he wouldn't want it to end up at Biff's place. I miss Einstein. A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. Kind of like Doc.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
Huh. Okay, that was referencing to the first film.
Hey, Dad. I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know...
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Why is it telling me a hint at the top of the screen when we turn the hints off?
Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Okay, hold on.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Game, get the crap off the... Okay, I don't... Right, there's no way to get the thing off the top. Wait, what if I had triangle? No, I don't need another hint. I just want the thing off the top. It's in the way of the stuff here. Oh my god. If I do that, it's going to advance the game. No, that doesn't get rid of it. Wait, maybe... Nope, can't turn that down any lower. I'm literally hitting the left direction button. Pop-up tab. Okay, maybe it's this. Maybe it's that one. Okay, maybe that's what it is. You know, while I'm here, let's turn that down one more notch. And please tell me that was it. It wasn't it. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I'm being forced to go to this part because it's literally in the way of all the cutscenes, all the stuff.
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, ha. But really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, looky what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something.
Okay, game. Yes, I know. Here, I'll push the button to make you happy. Is that literally going to be there the entire game? I mean, is the game screwed up? Thank you. Now stay off the screen. Good God. Alright, now we can try to
Why's
continue.
my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Oh my god, now it's back. Press square to open your inventory. I'm gonna hope that's just because it's like the tutorial phase that this stuff is on the screen.
I keep this picture of my dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys. It may not look like much, but it packs a wallop.
I would like to... Okay, wait. It went off. Here.
Nah.
Oh, great. Now we can't even finish the conversation with the father. Now we missed out on stuff all because of the thing getting in the way and me trying to fix it only to find out, oops, we missed stuff.
Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly. Enough of that junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
Seems kinda empty without the courthouse. Hey, Biff. pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
Yeah, nothing we do is gonna change.
Never mind. Looks like a hand-crank lightning rod, or maybe a lightning-powered pencil sharpener. It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies. Let's make some noise.
Now we just need to get Biff in front of this thing. Have him go flying.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look! It's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh. You're right, Mr. McFly. Oh, here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Okay, so we gotta move the father somehow so he doesn't see
Dad.
this. Oh, here we go. Now we can finally continue this.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
I hate how stupid the father is.
About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle it.
So can I.
Yeah, Marty can handle
Yes, you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. But you know where to find me.
Yeah, Marty can handle Biff way better than George can.
Problem? Biff?
He's got this thing, see, and I really need to get it back.
If he stole something from you...
No, it's one of Doc's notebooks. He found it first, but...
Oh, well then I'm not sure what to tell you. I guess you'll just have to appeal to his better angels or something.
Or something. I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Alright, so we need to get Biff here to go flying. The father keeps stopping us. There's something I didn't interact with yet. Unless we just try it again now that we've already talked to George. Yeah, let's try it again.
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming him up for me, butthead.
There we go.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Have a nice trip.
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you?
I like how they include the bulletproof vest in the notes there. Wait, what? How's the car here? Wow, look at that.
Doc? Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Wait, why is he not questioning how the time machine's here?
Marty?
Doc!
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now? Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe. Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
What? He said the same thing for both options. Alright, doesn't seem to be anything else here, so we're gonna have to look around. Maybe Einstein will have something. Or Ernie.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Okay, that didn't help.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Alright, so anyways, yeah, at this point, like, if you haven't seen the movies, I would say go watch them before continuing, because already it's been spoilers, but of course the main spoiler, here it comes, is, as I kept saying, how is the DeLorean here? The DeLorean was destroyed at the end of the third film. So this makes literally no sense.
Starbase 0. I hope Jimmy's fixed the wild gunman machine.
Wild gunman. Oh! Wait, what? But the wild gunman machine was shown in the cafe in 2015. Also, every time I walk over here, the area just above his head keeps glitching out. Man, this is a glitchy game.
I guess there's time for a quick game.
Glitchy in terms of screen tearing and stuff.
Okay, now I'm ready.
It's even glitching over here at this doorway.
I see you sneaking into that liquor store, young man!
Oh, for crying out loud.
A1 liquor. I like the new bars Mr. Figgins put on the windows. Very secure.
Okay, I guess we gotta go see Ernie here. Strickland? Oh no.
Step away from the door! Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
E. Strickland? You aren't related to Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced for myself, slacker.
You know, oh god, that family line I hate, the Stricklands. Whereas normally you're supposed to like probably hate like Biff's family line more, but no, it's Strickland's family line that is just, they're trash. However, the funny thing is, in the third film, when we actually saw the, was it great grandfather, or oh, I can't think which how many greats it'd be. No, it'd have to be great, just great, one great, yeah. Maybe it's great. Well, maybe there's no greats. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Either way, Strickland's ancestor, the guy who plays the I think it was a sheriff in the Wild West, he's, however, the only one that almost seemed okay, because yeah, I didn't see any problem with him though, even though I feel like he's probably just like Mr. Strickland and of course this weirdo. But you know what? No, let's just move on. But either way, I just can't. There was one character line I couldn't stand. Whereas Biff's family tree is all funny. Anyways,
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
okay, now I really hate her. Can she just, can she just trip out of the window? Please? You know what? Actually, she's worse than Strickland, and that's pretty bad. Good gosh.
State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Oh, we're not gonna get to go up there? Uh-oh.
Leave that creature outside!
It's a dog, you dummy.
Sorry, Einstein.
Poor Einstein.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Oh, I can't wait till we get past this part of the game. I cannot stomach this woman.
mind if I take a look?
Go ahead, dear.
Man, these are powerful. I could see Biff going into the video store.
You wouldn't believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
If there's a clue to find a doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking.
Wait, how does she know Biff's father? In the movie, Biff lived with his grandmother.
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Huh. Okay, there's gotta be a way we can see the kitty cat.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Okay, I'll make sure to touch everything.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
First film.
Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Wait, what was that at the top? It said... I think it said a barber was attacked by zombies? What the?
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Oh my god.
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Well, the mother is very messed up in the head.
I Einstein brought me that shoe from the past. But when in the past? What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Really?
I can't leave now. Miss Strickland's my only hope of finding Doc. Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
U! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Alright, let's get her back in the other room again. Oh wait, what's this?
The candy looks older than I am.
Ew.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Alright, let's try going through the newspapers again.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Okay, he said it again, but how am I supposed to, narrow it down?
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Hey, there's Jennifer's mom coming out of the market.
Mrs. Parker? I find it curious that she always uses the same strapping red-headed bag boy. Don't you?
If there's a clue to finding Doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking.
Interesting they mentioned Jennifer's mother, since she never was actually mentioned in the movies. Only the father. Which actually we saw the father for a little bit at the beginning of the first film. Okay, what am I missing here? There's something I'm missing. Unless I have to talk to her. Ugh.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
And it's none of your
Yes?
business.
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe. Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly. No one likes a busybody, you know.
But...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
A speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burnt down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that?
Tim! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Tiff? Sister? Wait a minute, where are we at in time? Okay, we're 85. No, I'm sorry, no, this is 86. Yeah, this is 1986. Let's see. Griff? Oh! Oh! Tiff must be Biff's daughter, and Tiff would be the mother to Griff from 2015. That's cute. That's actually cute. They put that in there because see, in the movies, it wasn't actually determined whether Biff had a son or daughter, and yeah, so I guess for the game they made a decision and made it a daughter named Tiff. So you got Biff, Tiff, and Griff. Oh my god!
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Which then, that begs the question, who was the dingbat that got with Biff?
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
I wonder if there was a way I could lock her in there. Oops.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train.
Hey, there it is.
Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
But anyways, yeah, the Clint Eastwood thing, that was referencing the end of the third film.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays... Ugh.
Which then became Eastwood Ravine. Okay, there's got to be something I'm missing here. What if...
I don't think that picture's gonna do anything but confuse people.
Okay, I thought it'd just maybe be like, hey, remember this time? Even though I know it doesn't show much other than him, but I was gonna say maybe she could see something in the background, and maybe that was the... no. I know. Okay, so nothing else for her.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland?
And these just give us the same questions we've already asked her.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
How are we gonna find out what year? What's he targeting? Oh, I think he was targeting that. What if...
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that?
I don't know why I can't figure out how to figure out the year. We've already talked to her. Wait, is there maybe another picture on the wall? No. Unless that just covers the entire wall. Let's try it again.
Marshall Strickland.
Oh.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it.
Fate in Flux. Marshall. Oh, so he was a marshal, not a sheriff. Oh. But, wait a minute. Gunned down. Even Marty said that's not how he heard it. Yeah, I don't remember Mad Dog killing the marshal. Because, I mean, it never happened. I mean, like, you know, hearing afterwards. No. Yeah, so what's she talking about then?
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Ha!
Nothing.
That was a good one. Okay, maybe the thing on the side, the fourth thing here.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. It has a picture of a picture of a picture in it.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's the picture above the wall. Oh my, wow, that's pretty bad. All right, what am I missing? See, I can't interact with the thing just to the right of that, the certificate or whatever the thing is. The biggest thing on the wall. All right, what am I missing? What am I missing? Let's not try interacting with the cat again. All right, let's get her out of the room and then interact with the cat.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Okay, I can't seem to skip this. So we have to go through that every time. Great. Nope, I guess we're not going to see the kitty cat. Alright, can't do that. There's got to be something. I can't believe I'm already stuck. Alright, let's try the newspapers again.
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall's shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Unless I talk to her again.
October 28th, 1985.
Okay, now it's just
Authorities
repeating.
still mystified by mall's shootout.
Crap.
I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
I'm gonna write a sternly worded letter of complaint.
What, for you being a total idiot?
Miss Strickland? So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Following year, as I recall.
Don't
Oh,
let me
wait,
keep
maybe
you
we can
from your
leave
business.
the place now. This whole time I haven't been leaving the place because I thought we could maybe find the answer here, but...
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But...
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, wait. I have an idea.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Yes, get in there. Shoo, shoo.
I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
Aw, that didn't work. So we can't sneak out. Oh, wait, what if we can use binoculars?
Mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
$1932. Which means 1931.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Oh, for crying out loud. She said it already, Dingbat. The speakeasy was up a year right before the video store, which means we're looking for 1931.
I told you not to touch
Oops.
those.
My fault. I don't know why I did that.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Okay, now can you please find the right newspaper? Come on. We've already figured out what year it is. Now can you figure it out?
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain.
Finally.
Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
My newspapers!
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein?
Okay, I think they said the date was, what, April 16th, 1931, I think? So we'd want to go, like, pretty much a day back, April 15th, if that was the right date.
Time circuits? On. Flux capacitor? Fluxy. Okay. If Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th,
Oh, June 14th.
1931,
Where'd I get April
I'll just
from?
show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Where the heck did I get April 16th from? I hope in one of these episodes they explain how the time machine is back. Because that's been bugging me this entire time.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Because Doc had a different time machine at the end of the trilogy. Wait, what was the name? Did it say Jack Thomas? Hey, there's the barber shop. So where's the zombies? Oh, there's one now.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
Oh, that's right. What was I thinking? We can't go back before, because then he wouldn't be able to find the information. Okay, that was my screw up there. Yeah, he had to go. He had to go after the event happened. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. Alright, so Doc's going by the name Carl Sagan right now. Let's see. What should we tell her? I'll go with this one.
There's got to be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Yeah, tell him, go ahead, make my day.
Make your day what? Never mind. I'll play around with it and see if I can come up with something better. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Whatever we pick here might stick with us for the rest of the jump here. Sonny, Harry, or Michael? I don't think these names mean anything in the movies, so I guess it doesn't matter which one we pick. With the first one, no, I can keep thinking it was Davy Crockett for the first one. Maybe we should go with that one. Let's see, that was before this. Yeah, you know what, screw it, we're gonna do that one.
Sonny Crockett.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Crockett. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know, I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no, down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc, I gotta find Doc.
She's gotta be in on this. Because why else would the dog have attacked her before, back in the past? Oh, that's how we can run. Okay, finally. Okay, game. You told me. You told me. Thank you.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, bum.
That was a good reply with, "Hey, this ain't a hunting lodge."
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
That is a good question.
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
Oh, Gale and Zemeckis. Writers and director, creator. I can't think. It's the main name you see. You know, should be director. The one's director, right? I know they're both writers, but either way, creators of the Back to the Future trilogy, right there. However, I think the part where it says "and fine," I think that's just to add to the joke. Oh, real quick, let's see. Do this, that, and of course, black screen. Here we go. Hi, Bob. There it is. Name checked. Back to the Future creators. Yeah.
Bank of Italy?
What?
Bank of Italy?
Why was that scratched out? Today's special is yesterday's soup.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Can I go in here?
Hello?
No solicitors!
Lamont's House of Ermine. I guess there's not much call for fur coats in the middle of the Depression, especially in June.
Ooh. Gotta make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, here we go.
Majestic Arms. Transients welcome. I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
What's this?
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
What's
Wow,
this say?
looks like they used a real shark.
You will never bathe in the ocean again.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
Oh, okay. This is a small light reference to the shark scene in Back to the Future Part 2 whenever Marty's in 2015. Oh, we're over here now.
According to the newspaper, Doc's not in the courthouse. He's in jail.
Okay. I was checking to see if I could go left or right there, but really I couldn't. And can't go any farther towards the camera. So I guess it's the park.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Does this say something? I can't see because it's not facing the camera. Great. Oh, what's it say? Oh no, I hit the button too fast. There it goes. Frankenstein. Huh. Oh, we can't interact with the poster there. Soup kitchen under new management. Wait, isn't this where we're supposed to go?
Sisters of Mercy Soup Kitchen. Come for the soup, stay for the salvation.
Well, I know we have to go to police station because of Doc, but I think
Doc!
The soup kitchen's where the speakeasy is, right?
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course.
Oh wait, was that the place that burned down?
About that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't?
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
But the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan? Right. But what?
It's just, for some reason, I could have sworn we were able to go inside the speakeasy. That's why I was briefly thinking it was maybe inside the soup kitchen, because maybe what they did is they moved to a different place after the original one got burned down, but maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of another game.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this year are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided. Do you?
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed. Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
A rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
think talking to yourself caused, you know, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
So we're gonna get to see Doc as a 17-year-old.
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
But what kind of a question is this to ask this after both us and the character already know that? That just makes no sense even putting that in there. Alright, let's go with this one first.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
They're already teenagers. What? Oh yeah, that makes sense because time travel. Yeah. Oh wow. So Jules and Vern are already teenagers. Wonder if we'll get to see the family, including the time machine / train. I doubt it. But it would be so neat though.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Actually, wait, that's another thing. Marty already knows about him and Jennifer, so... he's acting all surprised. Like, did you not live through the events of the second film and third film? Huh?
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Rift Cannon from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
is for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
Wow. Yeah, plausible explanation. Yeah, plausible, but how? How did it get copied? I mean, at least that finally answered the question, because, I mean, it's been driving me insane. But how is it when it got struck by lightning that the one version of it was sent back 100 years in the past? Or no, I'm sorry, 70 years in the past at that point. And then the other one got sent 70 years in the future. That just makes literally no sense. But we'll take it as a plausible explanation. And okay, at least it's, like I said, at least it's explained.
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
Usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Ivy almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
What if I re-ask this again? Is he going to continue with that, or is he just going to repeat?
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display
Repeat.
is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Ivy almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
I hate the fact there's no way to skip dialogue once you've already gone through it. Alright, let's see where this one leads.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save meat from a grisly death in 1931.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna, we never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah, she definitely lost her mind already. Alright, we don't need to ask the other things.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Well, that was good we got to talk to him because we got a lot of information there.
Hill Valley Police Station. Cripes, this place looks old, even for 1931.
Well... Yeah. Anyways, yeah, as for the speakeasy, though, see, the thing is, I could have sworn that they moved the speakeasy to a different spot, and that we would actually get to go to the speakeasy, and that's why I was thinking it was here, even though, yes, the original speakeasy was burned down across the street. I mean, we could still maybe find that out, that this is the speakeasy, but again, I might be thinking of, like, another game, another story, something else, I don't know. Well, either way, let's find out. Don't tell me that was supposed to be an ancestor for George. Yep.
McFly.
It's a McFly.
Biff?
Kid.
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly...
Yes?
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Great. So no matter what timeline we go to, no matter what time era we go to, I should say, we're always running into a member of Biff's family tree. Classic.
The kitchen's for management only, Rummy.
Whoa!
I think... Didn't he call him Artie? For the, for George's father?
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who, may I say, is calling?
Oh, he's
courthouse. Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Okay, so we gotta go to the courthouse next.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. Okay. Hey, never mind. Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there.
What if we were able to throw something at that, cause a distraction, which then send him over there?
What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
Alright, so I don't think there's anything more we can do here for right now. Not to advance story some more. Let's go see Doc at the courthouse. Or should I say Emmett at the courthouse. Oh, there he is.
Don't touch those! These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Sonny Crockett.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
I knew. I had a feeling he was going to keep using that name, so yeah. You want to use the name you are okay with hearing for this time jump. Okay, so I'm guessing he's going over to the soup kitchen? No. No, he's going that way. Where's he going?
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Crockett, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
But he knows it equals MC square. And he's gone.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
Alright, time to go see Doc again. Wait. Oh, he came back out.
Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line? But in that case, H to the A.
Should we or should we not? Let's try it, just in case. No. Okay, it didn't work.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for. In more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character.
Wow. He was a tough case, Younger. Alright, we're going to have to talk to Doc. Maybe he'll have some information for us. One thing I wanted to check, and I didn't get a chance to earlier, was to see if the hour/minute advances, but I don't think. I think it's probably been 7 this whole time. Let's see, we're in June. Weren't they just in May? In 86? If so, that's kind of funny, you know, since we're staying around the same time of the year. That's like the movies. The movies went from, I think it was October to November? Or no, wait, was it November to October? No, I think it was October to November in the movies.
Psst, Doc!
Morty! How goes the escape plan?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great!
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Okay.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something when the inverse is something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Okay, I know what to do on that one.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust you.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
If I use... Whoa, what happened? If I use this normally, well... What the...
I don't think so.
Oh, he was going over the sign. I couldn't figure what in the world. But, let's see here.
Party.
Ah!
Party.
Ah!
Alright, let's use it on, Teen Dog.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Oh.
Oh yeah, now we're really gonna look like a spy.
That's new. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass of acceleration?
Psst, Doc! So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's Tannen is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kid Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
What's the story with this Kid Tannen jerk, anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
Oh. So Kid Tannen is Biff's father. That's... wow.
Hang in there, Doc. Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Arthur McFly? I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
What do you know about Arthur McFly?
Certified accountant. Graduated Hill Valley 5 classes ahead of me. Seems like a nice fellow, actually.
How did he get mixed up with a guy like Kid Tannen?
Who knows? Sometimes people find themselves stuck in situations they can't get out of.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right. This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on fuel that, you know, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You of all people should know that.
But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know. Gas, maybe?
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. My name isn't...
Sonny Crockett!
Yeah. Nice bike. Huffy?
Huffy? I'm not huffy. I'm passionate. Passionate about justice, safety, law, and order.
Never mind. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
I got a book.
Oh? Where?
Okay, I have got to turn down the music again. Well, not again. I mean, I never turned down in the first place, but I mean, like, as we can see, it's already been turned down. I'm afraid to what it would sound like if I put it all the way up. But no, we got to at least knock it down to 1. I would turn it lower, but yeah, there's just I can only put it down 1 notch. Otherwise, I'd be turning it off. But it's just that background music. It's getting annoying. It's on a loop right now, and it's kind of going over them a little bit. So, yeah.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Yeah, see, it's still there, but it's just that that's supposed to be super low background, you know. The voices are supposed to come first. But like I said, I don't want to turn off, though. No, I don't want to turn off the music, but this is literally the best I can do. Now, yes, I could turn up the voices, but the voices are already... It should be good as is. It's just the music that was too loud.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get over-eager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions...
Yeah?
You can let me know when they're running low on soup.
We'll get back to that in a second.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
Yes, in the bombed speakeasy. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Should I really say this one though? You know, let's see what happens.
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please, tell your friend Emmett we accept. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up.
Well, I didn't actually expect that to happen.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
Oh, I don't even know which one to... What if we say the Stay Sober Society? Yeah, I want to see what happens. Let's just click that one.
The Stay Sober Society.
Bless you for thinking of them. But that meeting isn't scheduled to start for a little while. And we wouldn't want them eating cold soup.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
Let's go with the asylum.
The insane asylum.
Those inmates are crazy for soup.
It worked!
All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Her pedaling that bike away. That reminded me of the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz. Alright, so where did she go? I mean, obviously the asylum, but, like, weren't we supposed to get that off her somehow? There's another, barrel in the back. Oh, even more.
Hey, Q-Ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of, soup.
Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup. Well?
I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
Alright, now we definitely need to find a way back there.
Excuse me.
You talking to me?
Could I have a bowl of soup?
We're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like...
Scrolle ribolita?
I was gonna say week-old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried...
Watch, it's probably going to be that one, but let's go with... that one.
Salt?
Salt? What do you think, it's too bland? Too mild? I didn't put too much pepper in it, did I?
I just think it could use a little more salt.
No accounting for taste these days.
Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there.
Oops.
The kitchen's for management only, rummy. Whoa! What is it, kid?
What's a tough guy like Kid Tannen doing running a soup kitchen?
Mr. Tannen purchased the soup kitchen from the Sisters of Mercy in an effort to repair his reputation as a respectable community figure after his fine name was besmirched by the malignant and malicious the actions of the misguided vandals that done burned down his place of business.
His speakeasy.
I cannot confirm nor deny any claims of so-called illegal bootlegging at the... Just eat your damn soup, pipsqueak.
Why's the soup in a barrel?
'Cause it's hard to ladle off the floor.
So this place used to be a soup kitchen.
What do you mean used to be? Despite recent changes in ownership, this joint is still available for the purposes of distributing food to the needy and the not-so-well-to-do. And no other purposes whatsoever.
Right. Okay, I've got some more ideas about your soup.
Do tell.
Let's see. Have you tried... paprika?
Paprika?
I just think it could use a little color.
Color? Hmm.
Oh, I grabbed the same one. Alright, so how are we supposed to get in there? Obviously we need him distracted. Oops.
The kitchen's for management only, Rummy.
Whoa! Okay. Hey, never mind.
Oh,
I better
no.
not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
No, I was trying to talk to him.
Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids' goons aren't going to let us do an experiment on their barrels.
Oh, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
What? Ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine? Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety. Right. Emmett, I can't get into the door over there. Those tables are jamming it shut.
The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and take a barrel of alcohol?
No, of course not. That would be stupid, right?
I'll say.
Still, I'd like to get that door open. I can't do anything from out here.
Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
Wait, there's a third thing. What's this?
Those who once ate delicacies are destitute in the street. Cheery.
Oh.
For we were born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years.
Eureka!
What is it, kid?
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Oh, look at that. Just totally skipped the whole thing and right to that part. But now what? I'm confused what it wants me to do here. I mean, I know what our goal is, but I don't know how to get to it.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
See, this is the part that keeps confusing me. How do we get to the basement? Because what if there's something we can maybe do in the basement that would affect the pipes, that would affect all this, and yada yada yada, but I don't see a route into the basement. Wait, what's he doing? Okay.
Emmett.
Yes?
Obviously, this kitchen isn't the speakeasy.
Indeed. This must be some sort of front meant to cleverly and legally obfuscate the existence of a hidden establishment of ill repute. Perhaps in the basement.
Right. That might explain the elevator. Oh, that's interesting.
Just a little mechanical ingenuity. In the end, the door is open.
Yeah, good job. We'll score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
Alright, so we need to get this guy distracted.
What is it, kid?
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Even though he's actually more distracted if he's reading the newspaper. But let's see what happens if I try to interact with this while he's doing that.
I hope Doc Jr.'s thingamabob holds out. Pretty neat, Doc. Nope. I'm still not getting through here. But at least those tables are propped up now.
Wonder if... This guy just automatically knows when they're empty.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
The kitchen?
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Is there maybe a way I can... Oh.
Ah, Miss Strickland. Come for some more soup?
Come now, Mr. Donnelly. You know I wouldn't set one foot in this mockery of all that is good and decent if the poor of Hill Valley weren't so dependent on Mr. Tannen's overblown show of generosity.
Was that a yes?
Just give me the soup before I gag on the hypocrisy.
I'll tell the boss you said hello.
Isn't that the alcohol?
I'll just bet you will.
We need to follow her. He gave her the wrong one. Alright, where'd she go? There she is.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
Wonder if it even matters. Because we already know that this one doesn't do anything. We already know that she leaves with the asylum. And of course, Nevermind will take us out of this. So it just leaves these three.
The farm for unwanted children.
Perhaps their parents don't want them because they eat too much.
Wait, so she took one out, then she took another one out. Okay, now I'm just confused.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here. How about you? Huh? I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
Hey, I represent United Charities of Hill Valley. Can you authorize me to pick up soup from your establishment and deliver it to some very deserving souls?
Nah, that Strickland dame's got the charity racket pretty much locked up. No point in giving her competition.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut ball.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
Hey!
What'd you do?
Give me that hat, you lousy crook!
Emmett!
Uh-oh. Huh.
Emmett!
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen! Hey! Al! Fix me up!
Where'd you learn how to move like that?
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out!
Okay, we got the hat back. Which I wasn't expecting to get through that so quickly. So we didn't get to ask any other questions. So, oops.
We'll get that subpoena delivered.
Alright, so I'm still trying to figure out... Wait, can I talk to that person? No. Crap. Still trying to figure out how to get the alcohol from the soup kitchen. Oh, the one thing I wanted to look at, and I never got a chance to. Outside, see if we can go around. I doubt it. Yeah, I can't go any farther. Maybe if we talk to Doc, maybe he might know something.
Psst, Doc! Your younger self needs 190 proof booze to fuel his rocket drill.
Well, that could be a problem.
I know, we're both underage.
Underage, nothing. It's 1931 and alcohol's been outlawed throughout the country. Are you sure you're about to graduate from high school?
I'm kidding, Doc. It was a joke.
A joke? If I live to be 100, and I almost have, I'll never understand the teenage compunction to make a joke out of everything.
Hang in there, Doc.
Well, I'm lost. Oh, hey, the bowl. Can I interact with it again? Whoops, no. There. Oh, it just does that again. I thought maybe we could, like, grab the spoon and throw it over there. I don't know.
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Ooh, here we go. I just saw it the last second.
More soup?
Please.
Okay, now she has it. Okay,
And
now
tell
we...
Kid that soup or no soup, he's not fooling anyone.
Now we have to follow her.
Edna picked up the barrel of hooch. Now all I have to do is to get it from her somehow. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
Great. Which one?
Never mind, I'm wrong. The pool hall isn't a charity.
Certainly not.
I got a book.
So, wait, how are we supposed to get this off her?
Looks pretty sturdy. For a girl's bike.
Let's try the asylum again.
We'll get that subpoena delivered.
Wait. Oh, I wonder.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Einie?
It's short for Einstein.
Einstein, of course. Because he was a patent officer just like you.
Oh, it doesn't... No. I was hoping that we can maybe get Einstein to attack her again. And then we could take the barrel. But see, the thing's... Where's the barrel? I don't see it. It's not here. What to do, what to do, what to do.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The rest home.
No, it's way past their bedtime.
It's 7 a.m. Right? Or is
I got
it
a book.
p.m.? Hang on. Oh! Time does move. Look at that. It's now 9:15 a.m. But still, it's still a.m. It's like, oh, it's way past the bedtime.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The orphanage.
No, they've already got all the soup they can handle.
Besides, they don't
You
want
asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
the strong
Somebody
stuff.
need a visit from my soup cycle?
Let's try the asylum again.
The insane asylum.
No, too much soup makes them nervous.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Stay Sober Society.
That's right! They'll soon be gathering at the Brown estate, and we haven't provided refreshments.
Oh, why haven't I thought of that?
I can't get over the generosity of your friend Emmett, volunteering his father's house for our meeting.
Huh? Wait there! Sonny! What in the name of Thomas Alva Edison do you think you're doing?
Don't you get it? You need alcohol to run your drill, right? Those bootleggers at the soup kitchen won't let us get our hands on any of their hooch. But we can get Miss Strickland to pick it up for us and deliver it right to your door.
No, out of the question.
Why?
I can't just let strangers invade my parents' house. What do we know about these people?
I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. Because, see, the thing is, the reason why I wasn't thinking this route was because I already checked that option before. Or you know, clicked on the option. I already clicked on that option before, and that's why I didn't re-click it. That's why I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do here. Okay, so that explains why I didn't see this sooner. Otherwise, if I had not clicked that sooner, I would have tried it now that she had the stuff, and
They're sober. It says so right in the name.
Well, okay, but Pop needs his peace and quiet at the end of the day. This meeting is sure to be too noisy for him.
They'll be quiet. You'll be quiet, right?
Oh, yes! I play my tambourine very softly.
What?
You hear that?
Yes, but...
But what?
But it's still impossible.
But think of the Stay Sober Society. What'll happen to them?
They can all fall off the wagon for all I care.
But I promised Miss Strickland. It means so much to her.
The answer is still no.
Okay, forget the whole thing. We don't have to test your rocket-powered drill tonight.
We don't?
No. I'll take the train back to Washington and I'll tell the folks at the office to give the patent to Dr. McCoy.
Wait! You will instruct the members of the society to wipe their feet before they come inside.
Then you are Emmett Brown. I thought as much. You have such a righteous face. Edna Strickland, I don't know how to thank you for your generosity.
Pleased to meet you.
The feeling is mutual.
Uh-oh.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You worry too much, Emmett. Now all we gotta do is serve that subpoena, and we're off to build your rocket drill.
And get my patent.
Yeah, your patent.
You know, about these screen issues and stuff, like if I do this, and then, yeah, that glitching, I wonder if that was also in the PS4 version, / PS3 version. Or if it's only happening because if I can play this on PS5. Anyways, as for that little meeting there, that might be bad. Because, see, these two originally didn't meet up And now they did, so... Yeah, I got a bad feeling about that.
We'll get that subpoena delivered.
Alright, so now what am I doing? How do I advance the clock here? Oh, now it's 1:51 p.m. Okay, so every time we advance the story, it moves the clock. Alright, let's talk to Doc real quick.
Psst, Doc! Guess what? In order to free up your younger self to complete the rocket drill, I'm gonna have to serve my own grandfather with a subpoena.
Great Scott!
Actually, his name's Arthur. He's Kid Tannen's accountant.
Marty, whatever you do, it's vitally important that you don't alter your grandfather's future in any meaningful way. The consequences...
Could be catastrophic. I know, got it. Hang in there, Doc.
Alright, so now we need to find the grandfather. Alright, we know he's not in the soup kitchen.
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Gotta try all the doors, see if we can try to find him.
I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy.
Probably Kid.
I better not go back in there. They're angry, and they've got scissors.
Oh! The dog! Why did that... I don't know why, but the item will disappear from your inventory at the top of the screen there after so long if you don't use it.
Hey, honey, come here for a sec, boy. Hey, boy, can you find the guy who belongs to this hat?
Where's he going?
Only one way to find out.
That can't be. It is.
Deja vu.
Alright, we're going to have to end it here. I was trying to see if we can get to the end of episode 1 for this episode, but no, that's not going to happen. Let's see here. Saving. Oh. Wait, so just it automatically saved? Oh wait, no. If I can click load game and then I can click up here. No, I can't. Oh, I can check the time. Yeah. Okay, that's good. A few minutes behind, but... Alright, we should be good. Yeah. I just had to make sure it's saved. Yeah, so it does have auto-saving, and that's that. I mean, yeah, we can save to a new file, but since it has auto-saving, I don't feel like I need to save to a second file at the moment. Yeah. Alright, well, anyways, that's going to be it for episode 1 of Back to the Future the Game. We'll, of course, be back next time with episode 2, where we will finish episode 1 of the game, and then finally start episode 2, as funny as that sounds. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm just really disappointed, though, with these screen tear glitches, whatever you want to call them. Like I said, I don't know if this is a PS5, you know, playing on PS5 is causing that or not. Because, see, if it was, I wish I had known ahead of time, because then I would have made sure to play this on PS4 instead. But you know what? What I could do is, between episodes here, I'll try to see if I can find out any information, see what is causing it. I mean, is that due to the remaster? Is it due to, was it in the original game? You know, is it due to the PS5? And then, hopefully, if I find anything, beginning the next episode, I'll say what it is. But sadly, though, I can't fix it, though. You know, I mean, there's nothing I can do. We're going to be playing the rest of this game on the PS5, so even if, even if the PS4 doesn't have those problems, just, yeah, we'll still be doing it here. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, thankfully, at least not right now anyways, but it's just a little annoying, you know. But actually, the real annoying thing is whenever they put up in-game those boxes and stuff, as we saw at the first area of the game in the garage, or, well, not garage, what was that? The place they were selling all Doc stuff, Doc's place. I can't think what that place is called. Anyways, yeah, the tutorial stuff, you know, the hint system and stuff, that's annoying. Especially whenever, like, in the settings, I turn that off. It's like, I don't want hints thrown up in my face. If I want them, I'll click the button for it, you know. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. So until next time, keep on gaming.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again. We got millions of reasons